I do have some good news to announce from Bolivia. A representative of a social organization in the north of Bolivia announced that they prevented Anez, that would be the puppet president under the United States, under Bolivia, the one that was just recently voted out of office, from boarding a plane at the Jorge Heinrich Aruz airport in the city of Trinidad as she was attempting to go to a border city and then take some kind of flight or some kind of car out of the country. We cornered her when she was escaping to Brazil. We arrested her, and she is locked up in an apartment, and now she has to respond for the killings of Sencata and Scaba. Last week, former de facto government minister Arturo Murillo fled the country and arrived in Panama. Meanwhile, former defense minister Fernando Lopez is in Brazil. In this regard, 3 officials of the Bolivarian Migration Directorate were arrested for allowing the escape of fugitives. Now, following the inauguration of the new president, Luis Ace, the corruption that prevailed during the de facto government, that would be one during the U.S.-backed government, is now becoming investigated. There's already 24 cases already open into the abuses of power and corruption that the U.S.-backed coup government engaged in. Now, last October, the Plenary Legislative Assembly recommended that the Public Prosecutor's Office facilitate a lawsuit against Anez for the massacre of Scaba, Cochabamba, Sencata, and El Hato, which occurred in November of 2019. People who opposed the U.S.-backed military coup against then-President Evo Morales. Now, this document would indict her of allegedly committing crimes of genocide, torture, forced disappearances, and others. In other words, the people who are responsible for U.S.-backed crimes against the Bolivian people, this particular person, the top person who was the president of the country, the self-declared president of the country, has been prevented from escaping and thus escaping justice. Now, while other U.S. puppets have managed to make it out of the country, will they not be held accountable for the torture and mass murder that they are guilty of, particularly among the indigenous people? At least the very top person, the person who was the main architect, the very top U.S. puppet, will have to face a Bolivian court and answer for her crimes against humanity. No doubt those who did manage to escape will probably find their way to the U.S. with some kind of visa and then an instant citizenship where they can hide out the rest of their lives to escape justice for the crimes that they committed, comfortable and pampered by the United States. Now, while this is certainly mixed, there's some good and some bad here, at least the person on top, the person most responsible for the crimes against the Bolivian people, is now held in captivity. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.